God is good and everywhere. God is all there is. To the chorus. God is love. Love is God. Love is all there is. Love is God. God is love. God is all there is. Yeah. God is all there is. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel God's mighty power and God's grace. There's a holy hush around us. I see love in every face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place.
Thank you. Good morning and welcome to Unity of Chattanooga. I'm Reverend Mary Tolenshaw, and I'm just delighted to be leading you in the opening prayer this morning. And of course, as we heard in the beautiful music this morning, in every difficulty, there's opportunity. Yes, our brothers and sisters here in our own home state, in North Carolina, in South Carolina, in Florida, some who have lost all their belongings, some who are flooded, some who have lost electricity, but most importantly, over 50 who have lost a loved one. Let our hearts be with them this morning. And I invite you now to get very comfortable in your seat. And if it intuitively feels right to you, gently and lovingly closing your eyes and placing a hand on your heart. Let us all take a deep cleansing breath in, welcoming the vibrant flow of energy into our bodies. And then on the exhale, releasing with ease anything that came before this moment today. Embracing the transforming power within and around us, coming home to our hearts in the divine flame ever burning within. Oh, beloved Creator, we gather today in the sacred embrace of autumn, a season that reflects your beautiful design of harmony and equilibrium, balancing light and darkness, warmth and coolness. We're on the cusp of witnessing the earth's gentle shift, anticipating the joy of seeing the forest cloaked in amber and crimson and gold. We give thanks for this time to pause, to reflect, and to cherish the changes unfolding around us and within us. Help us to welcome the beauty of transformation within ourselves, just as we celebrate the splendor of nature's unfolding glory. Inspire us with profound gratitude for all we have spiritually harvested during the abundant season of summer. Guide us in releasing what no longer serves us and inviting a sense of closure and tranquility as we find solace in the stillness of autumn. We honor the rhythms of the earth and the balanced cycles that echo within our own lives. Help us to find our center, O God, holding space for both the light and the shadow. May our hearts remain open as we join in the dance of holding on and letting go, mirroring the gentle surrender we see in the falling leaves. May we walk forward with assurance and optimism, trusting that every season, with all its nuances, brings us closer to you. Bless our time together today, O God. Make us more aware of your wisdom and your peace, and fill us with a deeper sense of connection to one another and to the sacred. As we share this space, may we support each other with compassion, understanding, generosity, and a spirit of gratitude for the shared journey together in space and time. Alleluia, alleluia, alleluia. And so it is, and it is so.
Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel God's mighty power and God's grace as I only around us. I see love in every face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. All righty, Katie. Thank you. Hey, Katie, what happened to that? You're not Katie. You are Katie. Okay. Hey, Katie. All right.
That was kind of fun.
You can play the game. You can act out the part, though you know it wasn't for you. But tell me, how can you stand there with a broken heart, ashamed of playing the fool? One thing can lead to another. It doesn't take any sacrifice. Oh, father, mother, sister, or brother, if it feels nice, don't think twice. It's better to shower the people you love with love. Show them the way you feel. Things are gonna work out fine if you only will. Shower the people you love with love. Show them the way you feel. Things are gonna be much better if you only will. You can run, but you cannot hide. This is why we know. And what do you plan to do with your foolish pride when you're all by yourself alone? Once you tell somebody the way you feel, you can feel it beginning to ease. I think it's true what they say about the squeaky wheel. Always always bad in the grease. It's better to shower the people you love with love. Show them the way you feel. Things are gonna work out fine if show your love with love. Show them the way you feel. Oh, things are gonna be much better if you hold it well. Thank you, Katie. Katie asked for that last week. I said, oh, that's beautiful. All right. So good to see you, Gregory. Everybody have a happy, happy Sunday, and we'll see you again soon. All right. I don't know. No. Nope. Not
It's me. I'm the ringmaster this morning, Gregory. All right. How's everybody doing this morning? It's so great to see all your beautiful smiling faces this morning. Thank you for being here. Welcome to your Sunday celebration service. My name is Kelly Thompson, and I serve on your board as vice president. Yay! All right, calm down. Let's not set the expectations too high now. Okay. I also want to welcome all those that are joining us via internet. That's your truck. I wouldn't doubt that. I was just trying to get your attention. That's all it was. Okay, back to the internet. We also want to welcome everybody that's joining us via internet. We want to make sure that you understand that you're a part of Unity of Chattanooga too. And don't forget to drop us a comment, smash that like button so we know that you're there. Do we have any newcomers this morning? Anybody new? Good morning. What's your name? Adam, thank you for joining us this morning, Adam. I was happy to. Oh, hey, Stephanie. Nice to have you, too. Thank you guys for being here. We've got a packet for you. If you'll just fill that out, put your social security number, mother's maiden name, all your pertinent information. No, just fill that out. We'll just drop you a line and let you know what's going on here at Unity of Chattanooga. That way you can be in the know and join us again. All right, so let's warm up our hands and give our newcomers a big welcome and blessing. All right, ready? We love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ in you. You know, the Christ in you refers to that spark of divinity. That's the very same quality of being that Jesus and other spiritual leaders brought forth in themselves and demonstrated in their ministries. And that's within each and every one of us. We want to make sure that you know that that's in you. Unity of Chattanooga is a member of Unity Ministries worldwide. It was started by Charles and Myrtle Fillmore, which states that Unity is a global, inclusive, spiritual community that offers a practical, uplifting resource to help people of all faiths apply positive spiritual principles and practices in their lives. You know, as proud as we are of our new facility here, we love this place. It's really great. And we've got a church home now. But the church is you. You're the church. You're Unity. This is just walls and a roof. This is here to facilitate us being here together. We all come here for a common purpose. And the most important thing we do here at Unity is we do try to make people aware of their connection to God and that divinity, that spark of divinity that's within each and every one of us. And becoming a member of Unity is a truly beautiful spiritual commitment. This morning we want to recognize and honor. We have several people that have joined recently, and we want to recognize and honor all those who have made that personal commitment to our community and to their own spiritual development. So if I could get Amanda Adamson, our board president, and Mona Petro, our board secretary, to come up, we're going to do just that. Thank you. Should I set the truck up again, get everybody?
Yes. Hi and welcome. Like you said, I'm Amanda Adamson and I am currently serving as your board president. And I'm absolutely delighted with the wonderful new people that have started. Some have been coming for a while but made a decision to actually join our church. And as Jesus said, the way is easy, or my way is easy, and our way is easy too if you want to become a member of our church. And it is the people. It is the people, and I am delighted to introduce our new members. And we had a little class, and we had Reverend Fayanne come. And so without further ado, I am going to read these off. And if you would be so kind, because we'd actually like to take a photograph. If you start over there after you get your certificate and line up. And we also have a little some goodies for you too. So hold on for just a moment. Okay, so one of our couples that have recently joined includes Shalmay Hollingshead. Come up. There you are. Thank you. I think I'm loud enough. Shalmay and her husband Matt Hollingsworth. How's that? So you've been jumping around the Greek islands lately.
Yeah.
Welcome. I always think I'm so loud. And I'm just going to have to give a little celebration to Susan Haney. If there is a very delicious homemade cake here or casserole, there's a good chance that it was Susan Haney. And we love her for lots of other reasons. And also her son, Kelly, became a member a couple of years ago. So come on up here, Kelly. Susan. Okay, and like I said, we have some people that have been here a long while who are very active in volunteering and just a delight. And we have Lynn Chartier, or Chartier, depending, and we welcome you. We officially welcome you, I guess. Beautiful young woman. She's young because she's under 40, I think. Has been coming around a while and is always an absolute delight. So Corey Mayo, please come up. Okay, I'll introduce her next. So. And Kate, it's Kate, Kiss Me Kate, isn't that beautiful? She's a beautiful woman. And she has jumped in here and come to classes and volunteered and helped out wherever she can. And also your love and light sent towards her wholeness as she is recovering. But I wanted you all to see her and to celebrate her. Hello, Kate, and welcome. And we have a beautiful certificate for you, darling. So, there you are. Another new member is Linda O'Brien, who has just come in here and is so eager and excited. Reminds me a lot of you, Kelly. Wanting to, like a kitten, lap up all things unity. So come on up here. Okay. And another couple that has joined us all the way from Maine are, first I'll introduce Cindy Stark. Come on up here. So wait a minute. You see all these ceiling fans? These pretty new ceiling fans? She did that, and the wiring is tricky. And Kelly, my husband, Steve, and Noam were her assistants, but she's the brains. So, welcome. Also now is Noam Stark. And Noam is an absolute delight who I've gotten to know a little bit. And she comes to our metaphysical discussion class, and she has so much to offer. We have another few members that are not with us today, and that is Jay Harkins, and there's Kate Laveries, and I was going to wait. I'm saving the best for last. Alan Simmons, are you comfortable standing for a moment, or would you like? Okay. You know what, Alan? You can actually just sit in that chair right up here. Now, just let me brag on Alan. Alan, is a long-time member of Christ Church Unity who deeded us this property. And we are so grateful, Debbie and Alan. Thank you so much. And Alan also needs your prayers as he's going through some health challenges right now, but I'm just delighted to see you. It took a lot for him to be here today. So without further ado, join me and I've never read this, so follow along. Let me get back here. We're going to give a special blessing to our new members. So the best we can, let's pace ourselves and bless all these lovely folks. Divine Light, we thank you for the life journey that brought these special new members to join our church today. We celebrate the unique impact which will make here and already have made here through their presence. Let their radiance make us all shine brighter together. And so it is. Okay, we need somebody to take a couple of photographs, please. Like, does anyone have a cell phone here? Here comes Eva, and she usually makes us all look pretty good, too, so.
Yeah, she's better.
Okay. Yeah, come on. I know. Get us into. Everybody say Jesus.
Do you two want to try and come over here?
Yeah, we'll switch. Oh, no, I got it. Okay. Thank you, Eva. So as they make their way back to their seats, this is the time where we greet each other with a handshake, with a nod, with a smile, and with generosity of heart. So y'all have 2 minutes.
Go ahead. Thank you.
Good choice on song, too. That's a beautiful song. So fitting the words, too. So. All right, guys, do I need to set the truck off again? Are we good now? All right. Yeah, I did that on purpose. All right. What a great service we're having so far. Well, I am pleased to welcome back today's guest speaker, Reverend Gregory Fisher. Gregory holds a Bachelor of Arts degree in communication, a Bachelor of Divinity degree, a Master's of Science degree in social work, as well as a degree in personal and professional coaching. He is a licensed advanced practice social worker. He became a licensed Science of Mind practitioner in 2001 through the Center for Spiritual Living, and he is an ordained minister more recently through the Universal Brotherhood movement. Currently, he is a senior therapist at the Integrative Life Center in Nashville, and he is a recovery coach and spiritual counselor through his own Nashville-based private practice. Good night, you are busy, aren't you? Wow.
I hear all that, I'm like, I should be tired.
You should be. You really should be. You look like you're just full of energy for all that. Wow, what do you do? What do you do in your spare time, Greg? That's beautiful. So he's also a staff minister with the Center of Spiritual Living in Nashville. So if you would, please give a warm welcome to the very accomplished Reverend Gregory Fisher.
Thank you so much. It's funny to have to write a bio, and then it's worse when you have to hear it back. You're just like, because I will be honest, I feel like most of the time when I get up here, I'm trying to let all of that go, right? So that something that is me, but is greater than me, can come through. And if we're not careful, we let all that other stuff come into the room first, right? So I spend a lot of time sitting here going, get out of the way, get out of the way, get out of the way. And then they get up and they say, now let us read all this stuff about you. And you're like, no, I was just trying to let all that go. But anyway, so I do work at the Integrative Life Center in Nashville. It's a treatment center for people with substance abuse and other addiction issues, and some mental health challenges. So, I've been doing that all week. And then it turns out once a month I'm a leader in a family workshop that we do for people who have been our clients, but we bring their families in too, because you know what? There's nothing worse than getting your stuff together. I said stuff, obviously, getting your stuff together and going back into the same environment that probably created the stuff. So it's a wonderful opportunity, but I'm bushed a little bit. I've been at this all weekend, but I'm going to try not to. I'm going to try to go ahead and have all the energy I need. So I tell you about the Integrative Life Center and my work there because I found myself constantly saying to our clients, trying to lay out for them the simplest path to recovery from whatever it was that was, was causing their suffering. That was their struggle, that was their challenge. And I would lay out, now here, and they'd say, that sounds so simple. And almost like they were mad. That it's like, I come here feeling like my life is in shambles and it's hard, and I suffer. And you make it sound like it should just be simple to get over this, or to move on. And I would always say, it is simple, but it's not easy. And then one day I heard me say it, and I went, but what if it were easy? See, to the extent that I have an intentionality that this is going to be hard, now we all know as New Thought practitioners, it will be. Yeah, to the extent that I keep saying, this is going to be hard work, this is going to be hard, I got this burden that I got to carry, but I think if I just tough it out, I work hard, I can get through this. And I'm like, I want to quit saying that to people. I want to quit saying it to myself. I want to start going, what if it were easy? Someone reminded me that the last time I was here, I told you about my beloved Jenny Gentry, who's a Toltec master that I go down to Mexico and we get crazy at the pyramids at Teotihuacan. But she's the one that has said to me, and that I think I said here last time, and someone said that they've been using it, it's helped. No, boo-boo. Right? I'm boo-boo. That part of me that's sweet and kind and loving and childlike, who needs to be reminded of the goodness of boo-boo. And it's like, but when I hear myself talking against myself, this is going to be hard. And worse, if I'm talking against you, this is going to be hard. No, boo-boo. No. Stop. Let's stop saying these things to ourselves that are going to cause us difficulty, cause us suffering. So to a certain extent, the whole job becomes much easier simply by saying, what if it were easy? What if this were just easy? Now, in all the 12-step, for those, I'm not going to ask for a show of hands, but for all, I know, some of it's like I can't hardly help it, But for all of us that might have spent some time in some of the, what we call the rooms, right? The rooms, one of the slogans of those 12-step programs is easy does it. You see that up, like posted on the wall, easy does it. People have bumper stickers, easy does it. And then we leave those rooms thinking this is going to be hard. It's like, wait, that's not what we said. We also say it works if you work it, right? Which is true too, because you see, intentionality also means I have to have an intention that I'm going to stay in this work. But what if it were easy? Yes, it is work. And what if it were easy? I was reminded as I started thinking about all of that of a verse of Scripture. Who knew that I was going to quote Scripture? I was a Southern Baptist minister until I was 30. I didn't mention that all day, did I? Yeah. I'm a very different person now, it turns out. Usually when I say to people, I was a Southern Baptist minister, they're like, no, you were not. I'm like, yes, I was. Can I tell you something really funny? So this workshop that we do, there's 3 or 4 of us that we created it. It's very different than any family workshop I've ever seen. And we're pretty loose. And every weekend we place a bet on who will say the F word first in front of an entire crowd of people. So, yeah, I said I didn't have one cuss word ever come out of my mouth until I was 30 years old, and once I started, I just couldn't let go. Right? I just had to make up for lost time. So I'm going to do my best not to cuss here today, I promise. All right, here we go. Matthew 11:28 through 30. You've probably heard this before. Come to me, this is Jesus, this is the Christ saying, come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. Now, all of that sounds really good. And then he says, how dare he? For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Now, I don't know about you, but all growing up, I would hear ministers then get up in the pulpit and say, you know what a yoke is, don't you? You know, it was this heavy, big wooden thing that they would place around the necks of these oxen, and that was what that made them have to pull the cart. And then the word burden, my burden. And I kept saying, that doesn't sound easy. That doesn't sound easy. So whenever I start, with my mind going, what if it were easy? I'm like, yeah, but that yoke thing. Jesus, that yoke thing. And that burden. A big burden. Then here came the enlightenment, I think. You tell me what you think. The Jewish people had been under such restriction. And many are still today. But by the way, fundamentalist Christians have their own, sort of, right? These rules, these laws. You got to eat this. You got to dress this way. Here's how you got to act. Here's what you got to be. They had lived centuries under this burden. So here comes Jesus the Christ who says, oh, let all that go. I mean, literally he was saying, let all of that go. Because what I'm asking of you is a yoke not like the one you've been under. It's a burden that's not like the burden you've had before, because this yoke is easy. This burden is light. I don't know about you, but my former fundamentalist self took a big, deep sigh whenever I came to this realization. Then I started looking more at some of the things that we know and love best about Jesus. Remember the woman who followed Jesus in the crowd, and she said, if I can just touch, I don't want to have to bother him. See, I'm not worthy of bothering him. I don't want to throw myself at. She said, I don't even have to talk to him. If I just touch the hem of his garment, I'll be healed. Interesting. That was some insight. Because what she was saying is, what if this were easy? What if the healing I need in my life only requires me to touch his hem of his garment? As if somehow that were going to be magic, by the way. Isn't it interesting? See, here's the interesting thing. I'm going to talk about several of the miracles of Jesus. But here's what we're going to find. No one was saying abracadabra, hocus pocus, here. None of that was ever said. Not one time. But here's the other interesting thing for those of you who believe in energy work. She touched the hem of his garment and Jesus went, an energy drop. He says, he noticed and he said, who's touched me? Who's drained me? Is kind of what he says. Who just took all of my energy? Because we do have this effect on people. Our energy can heal other people. We better hope that's true. So he turns to her and she says, yeah, sorry, it was me. I was trying not to bother you. And he says, oh, okay, well, your faith made you whole. He says to her, I had nothing to do with it. Your faith has made you whole. See, for a culture of people that believed everything to be brought into right relationship with themselves and the higher power, something greater, required all of these things that you had to do. He said, oh, your belief that you would be healed has made you whole, has healed you. Wow. The centurion, who was not even Jewish, by the way, who came to Jesus and said, my servant's dying. Can you come to my house? And Jesus says, go home, he's okay. Well, now whose faith was that? The centurion who made the journey because he believed something would happen if he could make this journey. Expecting Jesus then again to come and hocus pocus. And Jesus said, you don't need me. Your faith has made him whole. So that tells us something too. See, we believe in New Thought that my thoughts, my belief for you will have an effect on you. My thoughts. Because it's all one thing. It's all one energetic field. It's one mind. So what I know in mind is known throughout all of mind. So the centurion's act of faith healed his servant. Now here's one that's my favorite. Anyone know the story of the pool at Bethesda? Right? What was the rule? It's okay if you don't know. You had to go into the water when? You had to be the first person in the water after the angel stirred the water. That was the rule. That was the process. There was a process. And this guy who's laying there crippled, and Jesus walks up to him and says, what are you doing? He says, I'm waiting here for the angel. I'm going to tell you the process, Jesus. The angel's going to come, stir the water. I have to get in the water before everyone else, but I'm crippled, and there's no one that will help me get in there. So I'm never the first one. I mean, this is impossible. I have no hope that this will ever work. And yet, I'm still here. Now, notice that. And Jesus said, pick up your bed and get out of here. What if it were easy? What if this whole process is really not even necessary? It's somebody else's idea of what it should look like to be healed. Yeah, not God's. Certainly not Jesus's. But notice again, Jesus didn't do anything. He did nothing. He said, pick up your bed and go, because your faith has made you whole. The guy goes, okay. Now here's the interesting thing about it. I heard a man, Ken Rideout, who came to be someone very important into my life. Well, there's a whole long story about that. But he was a missionary to China. And I heard him speak one night, and he said, it's interesting to be in a place where people don't know the Bible. And you're trying to convince them that the words of the Bible are true. And they're like, whatever. You think I don't have other texts to look at? I mean, what's so special about your, what's so special about this Jesus guy? I got all kinds of other people to reference. He said the only way you could ever move someone toward what you were trying to put out there as a response, as an answer maybe for them, was with the authority of the word. That when they heard what you said, their heart said, that's true. Not because you said so, not because some book said so, but because my heart said so. Right? Then when he said that, then I was reminded of the place in the Bible where it says, people were listening to Jesus, the Pharisees, actually. And it said, he speaks with authority. You remember that maybe? He speaks as one who has authority. Oh, do you know what that feels like? To hear someone or something, and maybe it's you. And something in you says, that is true. That's true. Oh, yes. I have this vibration in me. I'm going to call it love. Love for me first, by the way. Then love for you. I got you. But it starts here. But when that word comes and it feels, yes, everything in me is saying yes, true, love, notice that. Because that's what happened to these people, you see. Jesus turned to them and he said, oh, your faith made you whole. And they went, I believe it. I believe it's true. I can grab a hold of that as if it were tangible. Because it's true. Notice that. Look for that in your life. This is what makes it easy, you see. The authority. The authority of the word. The authority of the energy. The authority of the spirit. And when you see it, when you feel it, when you touch it, when you hear it, you know it is true. Go there. Be there. Yes?
Yes.
I'm going to tell one more story. Lazarus. Now, don't forget, Lazarus was Jesus' great friend. See, he had a different relationship to Jesus than all these other people who were really strangers to Jesus. But Lazarus was Jesus' friend. And so were his sisters, Mary and Martha. But word comes to Jesus that Lazarus is dying. And they need you to get there to save him, to fix it. And Jesus takes his time. And then he gets there and they said, too late. He's dead. We've already wrapped him up in a whole bunch of sheets and stuff, and we put him in a cave and rolled a stone in front of it, which is kind of indicative of what's getting ready to happen with Jesus, by the way. That's a whole other part of the story. And it says what? The shortest verse of the whole Bible. What does it say? Jesus wept. Don't you love knowing that? That this Christ, who is not unlike you, had an emotional response to his friend's death, even though he knew death was not final. Then he says, he walks up to that stone and says, Lazarus, come forth. Now that's speaking with authority. Lazarus, come forth. And he did. Now here's the thing I want to say to you as a church body. And then I'm going to close with this. Again, Jesus did nothing but speak with authority. Lazarus comes out like this because he's like a mummy. So you see, this miracle wasn't finished yet. And what did Jesus say? Do you remember? Loose him and let him go. To the people standing around, he said, finish this thing. Finish this thing. See, he had the faith to come out. He heard the words and said, oh, I guess I can come out of here. But he came out all bound up. That was you, by the way, that bound him all up. Now I'm saying to you, loose him and let him go. That's what you're doing here right now. You get this, right? You're loosening people. You're freeing people. You're taking away those cloths of death and suffering and bondage that have been put on them by this world. See, the world got its hands on us. Yeah, the world got its hands on us. Okay. Now, loose and let it go. Loosen and let it go. And that's our job. As a body, as a community. Listen, I can listen to podcasts these days when I'm on the treadmill. Like I'm on the treadmill. I don't even believe I said that. But what? But I can hear podcasts at home. I don't have to come here. I don't have to come to this building. I didn't need to drive all the way from Nashville to be here with you remarkable, amazing people. But I want to be because, can I ask you to loosen and set me free? That's why I'm here. Isn't that why you're here? What if it were easy when we surrender to each other and to the love and to the authority of the word? Lovely. Can you breathe that in? Can you just sit with that for a moment? Let's meditate about that, shall we? And so, Christ, who speaks always with authority into our lives, speak to us today. Speak to us so that we have faith. Speak to us so that we can exercise that faith into surrender to something that is us, but is also greater than us. That one that we are connected to that then connects us all, so that we are in community of fellows, loosening, unbinding, shedding those things that burden us, that make it seem hard, that look like suffering and struggle, challenge, problems. Speak to us today words that will unbind, that will set free, that will move us forward into our Christ-likeness. Be authority. Teach us that we are authority, that our words are your words when we open ourselves, when we get ourselves out of the way, when we let the truth be the truth through us, as us. I am so grateful and thankful for this place. I am so grateful and thankful for these people. I am so grateful and thankful for these words, this truth, this teaching. And more than anything, I am so grateful and thankful that you are with us always, because you are us and greater than us. I let this be so, and so it is. Thank you for the opportunity to be here today.
Reverend Gregory, that was awesome. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. You know, not only is Reverend Gregory super accomplished, he has a beautiful energy. And even if without all the things that you've done, it would just be a pleasure to have you. We really appreciate you coming back. Well, now's the time in our service where we give the opportunity to give back. And you know, one thing I like what you said about it should be easy. Abundance should be easy too. And one beautiful way to make abundance easy is to give. Because what that does in our lives is that makes room for that flow. Because money's not just your dollar bills and your checks and your online contributions. It's energy. It's a reciprocal energy. And when you make room for that energy to flow, that's when it really starts moving. So say it with me. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, all that I receive. I give in love and I receive in abundance. Father, Mother God, we just come to you with thanks and praise. We thank you for this abundance. We thank you for each giver. We thank you for the gifts. We ask that you would bless each and every person, each and every family represented here. And so it is. Amen. All right, it's still me, huh? I should set off some of the cars out there, so take some of the. All right, so just a few announcements before we break for lunch. Thursdays are a pretty busy day around here. At 12 noon, the Wellness Warriors group meets. This is a confidential support group for people dealing with health challenges. And then Thursday evening this week at 6:30, you're invited to attend Amanda Neufeld's belly dancing class.
No. It's
Oh.
October 11th.
Oh, okay.
Belly dance.
Never mind. You're not invited this Thursday. You have been officially uninvited this Thursday to the belly dancing class. It's October 11th. Okay. And guys, I'm sorry. You're not invited anyway. It's Friday? I'm sorry. Friday. So it's not Thursday. We just have the Wellness Warriors on Thursday. Correction. Just remember that it's a perfect way to discover your joy jiggle. You know, that's probably not something I should have said. Joy jiggle. Guys, you're not invited to see the joy jiggle. But this class is $15 per person, and your ladies are more than welcome to attend. The following Thursday, October 10th, Amanda Adamson will be back with our Unity Metaphysical Discussion Group. They'll begin a study of the 12 powers of man, concentrating this time on faith and strength. We also have new activities to add to our lineup of events happening here at Unity. And this month, the Drum Circle that will meet the first Saturday of every month from 6 to 7:30. Some instruments will be provided, or bring your own. This will be a community gathering led by Heath Llewellyn. Thank you, Heath. And even though it's out of sight, we have a bin in the library, which is just behind me. If you go through the kitchen there, we are accepting donations of items needed for the homeless. This is part of our outreach for the local homeless community. It can be non-perishable food, drinks, basic essentials, and clothing such as socks, underwear, gloves. This is simply a way that we can promote a more caring and supportive community for all. The board has created a blue board, which is over there, over here, if you can see it, over there in the corner. This is for your visions of unity. This is for us to collect ideas and pictures of what your vision for the future of our church will be. So everybody contributed to that. We want a nice, cohesive vision because that's how we bring things about, right? Our prayer chaplain is available for confidential individual prayer today, and that's Lynn Chartier. She'll be available to meet with you in the back office. Next Sunday morning, I want to remind you guys of the new meditation service being held in the library at 9:15. We've had a great turnout so far, and I hope you'll consider joining us for that. Next week, we're also excited to welcome back Reverend Robin Volker to speak about how to live with zeal and enthusiasm. And we hope that you'll stay for the food and fellowship today after the service, if you are. And if you don't mind, when we kind of have to turn this into a dining room really fast. So if you guys would grab your personal items, and so we can grab the chairs up and get out, we'd really appreciate that. So please stay with us. Now stand for our peace song. Prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Play ball.